All right, good morning and welcome to Mishna Yomi, Maseches Kilayim, Perek Dala, the fourth Perek, Mishna Gimel and Dala, the third and fourth Mishnah. We have an unbelievable shir for you today, including in a separate segment, a separate installment, the Iyun of Ben Sion on Mishna Yomi. If you don't know about it, I'm telling you about it. It's Lamdish, in-depth learning of the Mishnayos, one or two, both of the Mishnayos of the day, to help you understand the nature of Kilayim better, the underpinnings of Kilayim, how it really works, the Isurim in the Torah. It's Kedai, as they say in the Olam Yeshivas. It's worthwhile to listen to it. Here we'll start with Mishnah Gimel. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Ein Ze Ele Geder HaKerem. We're talking about the previous two Mishnayos, something called Karachas HaKerem. Machol HaKerem, Karachas is a bald spot in the middle of a Kerem. And Machol HaKerem is the space between the edge of the vineyard and the fence, right? So we conclude, according to Tanakama, that you need 16 amos to have a bald spot to plant something else in the middle. By the fence, you need 12 amos. Yehuda says, Ein Ze Ele Geder HaKerem. He says planting next to the wall is called something else, a third thing called Geder HaKerem, meaning, and it's much less stringent, meaning you just mark Dalet amos. You only need 6 amos between the edge of the vineyard and the fence. Of course, you have to mark Dalet amos for a kerem. You have to separate lie fallow 4 amos, and the 2 amos closest to the fence. You can plant whatever you want. Even though we said according to the other Tanoim, it's hefker and people will stand there. But we saw according to the Rambam, technically people could walk there. And he's a big chiddush according to Rabbi Yehuda that 2 amos would be considered a sada. Ezu machol kerem. What's considered machol kerem? Chazal use something called machol kerem. Bein shtei hakramim. That's considered between 2 kramim. And he learned that machol kerem only need 12 amos in 2 kramim, as opposed to Tanakam. Presumably we call that a karachas kerem. You need 16 amos. Ezu gader. What's considered to be a fence? Right? We said if you have a fence, that makes it into a din of machol kerem according to Tanakama. According to Yehuda, it makes it called geder kerem. It has to be shugavo asar tvachim. The fence has to be tall 10 tvachim. Mecharitz. You don't need a fence there. It could also be a ditch. Shu amok asar v'rachav arba. If the ditch is 10 tvachim deep and 4 tvachim wide, then it would be like a fence, and therefore you can plant on one side and plant on the other side also. It would be a separation. Obviously, you might have to leave space between the edge of the vineyard on both sides and the fence, but you can basically plant on both sides of the fence. Mishnah Dal, mechitzas hakanim. Let's say you had a mechitza, but it was made out of reeds. Shkanim, a sugar cane. Kan maybe comes with the word sugar cane, or reeds. These are natural walls. I'm assuming it's 10 tefachim high. If between the reeds, between every one of the reeds, at least is less than 3 tefachim, kidei sheikanes hagdi, which is if it's less than 3 tefachim, so therefore gedi, which is a baby goat, can't penetrate the walls easily. Harezu kamachitza, it's considered closed. It's considered like a full-fledged wall because of a concept called lavud. Lavud, we assume if there's a distance between wall and a wall, between a wall and the ground, or between 2 walls less than 3 tefachim, is considered closed halachically, and therefore it's considered a complete wall. V'geder shenifrat ad eser amo. Let's say you have a full wall, you have a fence. I don't know, you made it out of wood, metal, I don't know, whatever, you have a fence. Ad eser amos, hareyu kepesach. In the middle of your fence, right, you have an opening, right, a doorway to go. So if the door is, even if it's up until 10 amos wide, right, you can even plant grapes on one side and a different vegetable or a different zera on the other side. It's like a mechitza, even keneged the pirza, even opposite the open space. Yes, we can keneged the pirza also. If the doorway is bigger than 10 amos, you could plant on both sides of the mechitza, but only where there's a mechitza, not corresponding, not opposite the place where there's no wall. Nifritzu bal pirza's harbe. Let's say you had a wall and there's a lot of holes. Now the holes are less than 10 amos, but there's a lot of holes. Ima omen ruba al paritz mutter. If you total all of the wall, the space of the actual standing fence is more than the space, the openings, mutter, then it's considered mutter. You can even plant keneged pirza in the place where, on 2 sides, where there is an opening. If there's more sections of the wall that are empty than actually filled in, keneged pirza aser, that you can only plant where there's a wall, and in the Farsh's page, Dalet Tvachim wall, and not keneged pirza, not where there's an open an opening in the wall. Hope you enjoy it. See you tomorrow.